What's up, y'all? It's the Dom. I'm back at it again with another hot topic for y'all. Once again, I just want to thank everybody that's been liking and commenting on the videos. I really appreciate the love. Just, keep on watching. I appreciate it, y'all. So I'm going to jump into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is going to be a question that I see often asked within the gay community, and it's something that I definitely want to address and want to give my input on, and what I feel about it. So tonight's topic is going to be called Stud for Stud, Film for Film. Okay, Stud for Stud, Film for Film. And why I think this is important topic is because, for one, again, this is something that is brought up a lot in the LGBT community. People want to know, what do you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Should two studs be together? You don't really hear about the films too much because that's something that's we didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty normal. But something that we really haven't seen is Stud for Stud. I know that I had a friend actually that I had no idea. I had no idea that she was Stud for Stud until it had popped up on her Facebook page. And of course, people was hitting me up like, "Oh, did you see such and such? She with a stud?" And I'm just like, "What?" I'm like, let me check it out. So again, she was well, I don't know if she was in a relationship, but she was dealing with another stud. And so again, I think this is a good topic to go ahead and speak on. The question I see asked about this is, again, what do you think about Stud for Stud, film for film relationships? And in my honest opinion about it, I would have to say that what y'all have to realize is that in every relationship, and I'm not just talking about in a lesbian relationship, in a gay relationship, or anything like that, or a straight relationship. I'm talking about just in general. If we're talking about relationships, there's always someone who is more dominant than, the person that they're with. Or there's always someone who is more feminine. And I say this because we really have to get away from the labels. Now, you're probably wondering, like, okay, you say get rid of the labels, but you call yourself a Dom. Well, yes, I do, because Dom stands for dominant, and that's what I am. However, what this is more of a mentality that I'm sharing here with y'all. It doesn't really have to do with necessarily a label. But again, back to the subject, we really got to get away from just looking on the outside in and just saying, oh, two studs together, they're both masculine, they're both together. Well, that's just not true. Someone in that relationship is more dominant, and someone is more feminine. Just like in your film and film for film relationships, there's the film, no matter how they dress, no matter if they both are wearing dresses, someone is more dominant in that relationship, and someone is more feminine. Okay, so here's the deal. I don't judge it at all, because I feel like, whatever makes you happy, that's what you should do, right? Because clearly we all have been given free will. And so I say this, and then you get the sometimes the straight community, because they're not, I would just say ignorant, because at the end of the day, ignorance is because you just don't know, right? You haven't been provided with that knowledge, so you just don't know. So sometimes they say some crazy shit, but the thing is that I've heard, sometimes in the straight community, they'll be like, well, ain't it like two men being together? And I say this, that's only because you're looking at the clothes. That's the only reason why. You know what I'm saying? And take this as an example, okay? This is a perfect example. With men, okay? Remember I was talking about the alpha and beta? Okay, well, if we're talking about men in general, most men wear what? They wear men clothes, right? But you have no idea based off of their clothes whether or not they have more feminine traits, which is your beta again, or masculine traits, which is your alpha. You have no idea just by looking at the clothes that they wear. I mean, every man that you see is in men clothing, right? I mean, there's exception, of course, because you have, you know, other things, but most men that you see, they're in men clothings. But you don't know if they're, you know, if they have a more of a masculine personality or a more feminine personality. Hell, we can look at two, let's say two homosexual males. I've seen, matter of fact, there's all kind of couples that are male couples that it's one of them is not always dressed like a girl, and one of them doesn't always act like a girl. But well, let me take that back, because we are talking about, you know, that someone's going to be feminine, right? But what I'm saying is they both are dressed in male clothes, but one of them is feminine. And I see it all the time in male or homosexual relationships that are, you know, males. I see that someone is always dominant and someone is always feminine, no matter what clothes they have on. So when it comes to the whole stud for stud, I mean, me personally, I would never talk to a stud. I'm just not attracted to other studs. Now I can say that's a cute stud, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I say it all the time. I'll be like, oh, Young and May, she's a cute stud, or Saya, she's a cute stud, you know what I'm saying? Or I might just see just a regular stud. I got plenty of stud friends that I'll be like, oh, you know, they nice looking. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I want to get with them. That just means that I mean, you can tell if a person is attractive. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to hate. You can give them their props. So I just say that, you know, I'm not attracted to studs. I would never date a stud because I'm attracted to feminine women. I love femmes. You know what I'm saying? I love everything about a feminine woman. That's what turns me on, is a feminine woman. And you have to look at it like this. Like, everyone has types, right? I know some studs like thick girls. Some stud like petite girls. Some stud like dark-skinned girls. Some studs like light-skinned girls. I mean, it's all about preference, right? So at the end of the day, you know, when it comes to a stud for stud relationship, we just have to look at the fact that someone in that relationship is feminine. Okay, someone is feminine and someone is dominant. So it's still, you know what I'm saying, it's still balanced. Someone in that relationship probably primarily cooks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get I guess what they would say, I don't want to be doing stereotypes or anything, but I'm just trying to give y'all examples. Someone might cook, you know what I'm saying? And someone might be the person that fixes shit in that relationship. So it does not really matter, okay? So again, it's all about attraction. You know what I'm saying? Stud for stud. Just know that someone in that relationship is probably more feminine. Someone is probably more dominant, no matter what clothes they have on. As far as sex, I don't even want to get into that, because hey, that's whatever's going on in your bedroom, that's your business, right? And so, like, the same with the film for films. Now we kind of celebrate that because it's like, oh, that's sexy, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there might be people that think that's nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, there's people that think that studs and films together are nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, we still in a world where not everybody accepts, you know what I'm saying, the LGBT community. We see it all the time. So when it comes to that, just keep in mind that there's always someone that's dominant and there's always someone that's feminine in that relationship. And we you know, we may not never know, only those people that are in relationships with each other would know. Okay. So at the end of the day, what it all boils down to is what I've been saying, right? You know, even with doms, we are more dominant, okay? And with soft studs, and I say soft studs because I mean it's not a diss or anything, but I mean that is a terminology in the gay community. She's a soft stud. She, you know what I'm saying, she's more soft. Like she's not all, you know, nigga, I'm a, you know what I'm saying, she ain't walking with a limp and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she more in tune with her feminine side, and that's okay. But when it comes to you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying here, all I'm saying is with the dom mentality, the reason why I choose to talk about the dom mentality is because you know, when you're dating feminine women, you have to have a certain mind frame. You have to have certain masculine traits, because honestly, I feel like that's what the films go for. I mean, I know that with me especially, I mean, the films that I attract them because they are attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? They like that I'm dominant. They like, you know what I'm saying, my swag. They like that I'm confident. They like that, you know what I'm saying, I got something going for myself. I'm on this mission. So, I mean, you know, like, if you could tell, like, just a couple of days ago, I didn't have a mic, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm investing in this because I feel really passionate about it. And that's just, you know what I'm saying, very attractive to women. So, again, the topic for tonight was how do I feel about stud for stud, film for film. When it all boils down to it, my doms, just keep in mind that someone is dominant, someone is feminine. On the outside, it might look weird to us, but again, you know, you have to remember that, you know, back in my day, I mean, I'm talking about 90s, 2000s. Yeah, I mean, I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 90s and 2000s. People, you know, it was not okay to be gay. You know what I'm saying? You know, you held that shit in. So people thought that was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just because it's something that's new to us. I mean, it's probably been a while, around for a minute, and I'm just now able to really speak on it the way that I want to. I never want to go on Facebook and make a status about it and offend anyone. Because sometimes, you know, I always say that texting and emailing is a poor way of communicating. So think about that, even when you writing posts, because you never know when someone's reading something, how they would take it. You know what I'm saying? So I never felt the need to even really write about it like that on Facebook or comment about it. But I'd rather do a video about it. So, again, that's the topic for tonight. Shout out to all my doms. We holding down, you know what I'm saying, what we doing. We masculine, we following our passion. We building ourselves up. We're okay. We're being by ourselves. We're dating. We're having fun. And that's all it is, baby. All right. Dom life.